Desi Browne is the director of Poise SKN, a multi-discipline company offering services in dance, pageantry, as I said, the list goes on, and promotional marketing. Desi is also the creative production manager of The Brown Pen, which is a creative solutions and management agency. Creativity and you, your history with creativity. I remember we spoke some years ago, and I guess we should just say this. I know Desi very well, right? We go way back, way before, I guess people started looking at you as Desi Browne and what you were good at, right? So let's talk just a little bit about your experience in creativity and the road that you took in Jamaica when you were studying as well, and how those two things converged.
All right, so I think I was introduced to creativity since I was born. My dad is well-known, A. Brown. He former calypsonian, gospel singer, songwriter, journalist, music producer, former road match winner in St. Kitts.
So where you get the list.
Same thing. So I don't think he was aware that he was doing it, but he would have introduced us to music. We went to pageants, we went to calypso shows, and I think a lot of who we are came from them enrolling us in music class and then going to school and taking an interest in doing anything to do with being on stage. We got all of that from our dad. And then we went to church, did the same thing. We sang in the choir, danced in the dance group, and it manifested itself into, I think, something great. I did not go to dance class per se until I was 15 years old, but I had been dancing since the age of 7. And that was in school, that was in church, and I did a lot of work on my own, not having that opportunity to be in that formal space. And so I excelled, did theater arts at Bastia High School, pushed a lot because of my, affinity to be able to dance. I dabble a bit here and there in music still. Not so much playing anymore. I played the piano. I went to Irv Swanson Music School, which would have propelled me a lot in being able to hear, being able to understand arrangements, and then of course being around my dad, who did and continued doing music production for a while. I then enrolled in dance class. My first dance class was Vivace Teen Academy with Miss Sharon Rassan. Begged her to actually start it again to support 11 of us who were also interested in dance at my school. And we did it in theater arts. We wanted formal training. And we came together and we had classes with her. Transitioned to LEAP, which is Learning Empowerment for the Arts program on the Ginny Vanley at the age of 16. And then I, at the age of 17, would have approached the departments of culture at the time under Miss Creighton Pension and Ava Lana Henry to assist me in mobilizing support, because I would have written my own letters to different businesses to ask them to support my quest to receive formal training in Jamaica at the summer dance program that they have at the Endowment School of Visual and Performing Arts. So I did that in the summer, enrolled at 17 in the adult program, and was placed after my placement audition in the advanced adult class. So that kind of opened up my eyes a lot to dance and the possibilities of dance. And I started looking at Jamaica as a blueprint for what we can do here. They wanted me to come back to dance school, and so I didn't think that it is something I wanted to launch myself fully into. I know a lot of people think that I actually studied dance in Jamaica when I came back home. I went back to school at the age of 19. I studied international relations, which is world politics, and then I did dance everywhere. So I looked at it as being able to, going to Jamaica or going back to Jamaica was for me being able to dance still. A lot of people choose universities because it sounds good. Maybe it looks good on the resume, but I really applied only to 2 schools. One was in Washington and one was in UAE. Having been accepted to both, one I couldn't afford, and the other, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to go to Jamaica, which was UAE Mona, and get the benefit of the cultural and creative space that they have that is thriving. I love the energy there, and so I would have done a lot of work myself on Hall. So I actually, how do you say it? I made an effort to press the restart button on the Rex Nuttaford Hall Dance Society. So I would have started it again. It was null and void when I got there. And I was like, I want to dance, so we're gonna have to start this thing up. And I was able to get the interest of 40 persons on Hall and started it back up. Got the award at the end of that year for improved society. So then we won multiple competitions under my leadership. The society became a blueprint for other dance societies on the university. The structure, we then integrated ourselves into a Rex Nuttaford Hall Cultural Arts Society. So with that kind of ambition and energy, the choir, speech, and dance and drama came together, and we did our own productions on Hall and so forth. Got invited to be a part of multiple dance spaces like Cadco, danced at Company Dance Theatre, did some classes at the Edna Manley School of Dance, and lots of things. Just being in this space was an opportunity in itself. That I also was a part of the University Dance Society, danced there, did quite a lot of things in dance. And so I was able to, like I said, move in space, meet a lot of different people, make the connections that help me to understand what the possibilities are, because we're still in sync. It's still trying to understand and maneuver in creative arts. We're still trying to create a formal space. We're still trying to set thresholds for a market and so forth. And I think having had that opportunity would have helped me to be able to build out my company the way it is built now, which is Poise SKN, which is 6 years old, and then the Brown Pen, which is 1 year and 7 months, but now fully stepping into my greatness, as I like to say. Trying not to play small anymore with my ideas and try to step out and really take creativity as a career.
Can you expound on that?
All right, so years ago, maybe I could just backtrack a bit here. The company actually started because I was unable to find an internship while I was at UE. So while I was at UE, you get an opportunity as the top 25 performing in your class. So there were 600 and something of us, and I was performing at the top 25. And you're given, they come to you and they say, you're performing at the top 25. You have an opportunity to do an internship. And that summer, I really wanted to be placed at home, because I really did suffer a lot from being away from home. So I have a really good relationship with my mom, especially, and being away from her was hard. And every summer, I wanted to come home. Every Christmas, so after my last exam, I was like, out the door. And I couldn't get a placement at all. Like, UE tried so hard to place me, even having experience in youth activism, having volunteered at Ministry of Youth, having volunteered at Foreign Affairs. I wasn't able to get a placement to go anywhere. And so I begged my parents to send me away to my grandma, who lives in Stacia. She did not have any internet. I packed all my books, and I went over there to start planning my next step after university, which was Poise SKN.
Okay.
So I wrote Poise SKN in the summer of 2015, and I left 2014, and I left, 2015 is correct. And then I left school in 2016, and I still couldn't get any opportunities, even as a high-performing student, and with all those nice extra stuff that they say you should have so that you can get opportunities. And I just decided, okay, well, this is it. I'm just going to do it. And I launched Poise SKN in May of 2016. Started doing the work, built out the studio, I had to raise $100,000 to start the business. I didn't want to take a loan. And so I spent June, July, August working for different companies, selling myself to different people to offer services that would help me to be able to open the studio in September. And we spent those 3 months. The landlord was gracious enough to give me the 3 months to set up, put money into it, and start the studio. Now, Poise SKN is a multidiscipline company, and what was going in my mind when I was creating it was my people telling me often that you're so enough, you like to be in things, which is a thing Caribbean people say without, it could come off a bit derogatory, as opposed to actually encouraging and empowering young people to get involved. However, there was still a spirit of getting involved, for example, with the Ministry of Youth, because I was also Skiniperian. Like I said, I volunteered. I also became a remarkable teen. And there was that level of encouragement in St. Kitts and Nevis to do things. And at my school, they were sending me to everything. And I was like, I wouldn't say no, because I always saw these things as opportunities for me to learn and grow. And it took a long time until university for me to really realize what my passion, power, and purpose is, and what those words meant, and how those words was constantly driving me and to become involved and do things and position myself in a space to be influential and to help others as well. So I've never been that individual that wants to do it for myself, but I also do it for others. And so to be guided by your passion, power, and purpose means to be leaving yourself despite everything. Understand that there is a power within you. There is purpose that you need to look forward to, and that you should look forward to help you to mold and define who you are as an individual. And that passion that you have should continue to burn, and you should feed it, because it's something passion is fragile. Like, I mean, I could explain having gone through the pandemic and feeling like I was losing my passion, and almost closing Poise SKN as a result. Yes, I know. But then thinking again of service and being of service to others, I really thought that Poise SKN has been able to create a space that encourages others to excel, to believe in themselves, because for me, I didn't have the kind of guidance that I give. I didn't have all of that kind of guidance. That is how I have shaped my company, based on what I was missing and providing it in space. Because you don't want to open a business and you're providing the same space as everyone else. So I found niche in commercial work. So we focus a lot on commercial dance, exposing them to videos and photos and opportunities to perform that's not usually happening in dance schools, because I have that element. And then the promotional marketing element exposes a lot of people call them models, but they're not really. I don't call them models anymore, because I think they offer more than just their good looks and so forth. They can speak well. They're very multifaceted young people that I have walked around town handpicking and seeing them and not interested in doing any of the things that they're currently doing, and using, again, that passion, power, and purpose to mold them and give them something to look forward to in a family and a space. So I can't even say trifold, multifold. It's many things. It's many things. But the focus really is to instill just what the slogan says, to be guided by your passion, power, and purpose. And that in and of itself has been powerful and has allowed people to manifest things in their lives that outside of our space, unbelievable.